Hello, welcome to this maths video. Today I'm going to share with you how to complete the square for a quadratic function. Let us begin. Now first, the general form for a quadratic is written as y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. For this tutorial, we will need to understand two special product formulas. These formulas are a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, and that can be factorized into a plus b bracketed square. Next, we need to also know that a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, that can be factorized into bracketed a minus b squared. Now, let us begin. Our first problem, we would have the coefficient, the x squared coefficient, a, which is here, and that is equals to 1. This is the simplest example. Let's have a look. So for example 1, we have x squared plus 4x minus 5. Now, the first thing we need to do is to write x squared plus 4x, which is important for completing the square, and we would deliberately place minus 5 far away, like so. Now, we are comparing this with a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, because we are trying to complete the square. Now, if we look at it carefully, then b is just 4 divided by 2. So we need to add 4 over 2. That is b. However, we are not just adding b. We are adding b squared. Therefore, we need to add the square. Now, as you can see, the first sentence and the second equation is no longer equal because we have added something extra. So we need to take it away by writing it below on the right. And then we can simply equate that. The first three terms factorize very nicely to a plus b bracketed square. So we have x plus 2 bracketed square. For the last two, we have minus 5 minus 16. So we have minus 5 minus 4. So we have minus 9. So there we have it. This is the completed square format for this question. Next, we have our example 2. For example 2, we have x squared minus 5x plus 7. Now, again, we use the same principle. We can write x squared minus 5x and place the plus 7 far away. Now, we are trying to compare now instead with a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, like so. Now, comparing, again, our b is just the center term divided by 2. So we are going to add 5 over 2 bracketed squared. Note that although this is a minus, we are still adding, as the formula is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So therefore, again, we need to balance the equation by minusing 5 over 2 squared at the end. Now then, this is equal to x minus 5 over 2 bracketed square. And then we can compute plus 7 minus 5 over 2 squared, and that will give us positive 3 over 4 on the calculator. Okay, now these are two examples for when the coefficient of the x squared term is 1. Next, what happens when the coefficient is not 1? Now, then we have two examples. Example 1, we have 2x squared plus 4x minus 5. Now, you can see clearly here that 2 is not equals to 1. So, first we need to factorize out the 2. Now, this is called a partial factorization because we are just factorizing the first two terms. Now, the minus 5 is not important in completing a square, so we would just place it far, far away, like so. So, we are essentially factorizing only the first two terms. Note also that I have deliberately left a space here so that I can add my new term easily. So again, we can check that 2 multiplied by x squared is 2x squared. 2 multiplied by 2x is positive 4x. Now, what do we need to add here? Now, this is again a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So, we need to add just 1 squared. 2 divided by 2, that's 1, and b is 1, so we need to add b squared. Now, a lot of people here will just write minus 1 squared since we added 1 squared. Or is it really? If we look carefully here, we can see that we are just not adding 1 squared. We are actually adding 2 multiplied by 1 squared. So in fact, to balance this equation, we need to add the 2 here, so that we are actually cancelling out this additional term. So here we can continue. So that is going to be 2. These 3 terms factorized into x plus 1 bracketed square. Now and then we have minus 5 minus 2. That will give us minus 7. Alright. So that is the completed answer. Next we have our second example. We have minus 3x squared plus 9x plus 7. Again, similarly, we would first factorize out the 3. Now, we need to factorize out minus 3 because the x squared coefficient must be alone. So, we factorize out minus 3. And then we would have x squared minus 3x, we leave a big gap, and plus 7 is not part of the factorization, so we leave it far, far away, like so. Now then we can complete the square within the bracket. This is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So we need to add the middle term divided by 2 squared, like so. And then we need to restore the balance. Now you probably have observed that we actually not added something extra. We actually minus 3 times 3 over 2 squared. So to make sure that the equation is the same as before, we actually need to add 3 bracketed 3 over 2 squared. Now let's continue. Now then we have minus 3x minus 3 over 2 bracketed squared. This is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. And then we can compute the rest with the calculator, giving us 57 over 4. Now there we have it. These are the completed examples. I hope you like this video and be sure to subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.